Life is generally something that happens elsewhere. Quotes Alan Bennett. It is said that love is blind. Friendship, on the other hand, is clairvoyant. The only thing sadder than remembering you were old is forgetting you were young.
The best moments in theater are those where you forget you are in a theater.
The best way to approach any work of art is with a willingness to be seduced. The world is full of people who go through life half asleep, not knowing what they are doing, or why they are doing it. A life of any length can never be boring so long as it is lived in a way that is worth living. Writing is like getting married. One should never commit oneself until one is amazed at one's luck. The trouble with a lot of books is that you know how they're going to end before you even open them. One of the hardest things in life to learn is which bridges to cross and which bridges to burn. The best moments in life are when things are just as they are. It's the irregularity that makes people interesting, not their uniformity. It's true that I tend to talk to myself. Sometimes I catch myself in conversation. Every time I've lost my way in life, I've been grateful for a disaster that woke me up to the reality of my situation. Sometimes there is no darker place than our own thoughts. What is more important than anything else is the quality of the writing. Nothing matters more. We all have a certain capacity for stupidity, and we sometimes reach it only when we are trying to be clever. Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. It's subjunctive history. You know, the subjunctive. The mood used when something may or may not have happened. When it is imagined. To read is to withdraw. To make oneself unavailable. One would feel easier about it if the pursuit in self were less selfish. I think of literature, she wrote, as a vast country to the far borders of which I am journeying but will never reach. And I have started too late. I will never catch up. Can there be any greater pleasure than to come across an author one enjoys and then to find they have written not just one book or two, but at least a dozen? Books are not about passing the time. They're about other lives, other worlds. All the effort went into getting there and then I had nothing left. I thought I'd got somewhere, then I found I had to go on.
One recipe for happiness is to have a sense of entitlement. To this she added a star and noted at the bottom of the page, "This is not a lesson I have ever been in a position to learn." History nowadays is not a matter of conviction. It's a performance. It's entertainment. And if it isn't, Make it so. Too late. It was all too late. But she went on, determined as ever and always trying to catch up. Books did not care who was reading them or whether one read them or not. All readers were equal, herself included. Literature, she thought, is a commonwealth, letters a republic. Still, though reading absorbed her, what the Queen had not expected was the degree to which it drained her of enthusiasm for anything else. She'd never taken much interest in reading. She read, of course, as one did, but liking books was something she left to other people. What she was finding also was how one book led to another. Doors kept opening wherever she turned and the days weren't long enough for the reading she wanted to do. Marriage is supposed to be a partnership. Good-looking people marry good-looking people and the others take what's left. The Prime Minister did not wholly believe in the past or in any lessons that might be drawn from it. The Prime Minister did not wholly believe in the past or in any lessons that might be drawn from it. A bookshelf is as particular to its owner as are his or her clothes. A personality is stamped on a library just as a shoe is shaped by the foot. Thus it was that the dawn of sensibility was mistaken for the onset of senility. The more institutions and freedoms and benefits one can take for granted, of which in my view free state-supported galleries and museums come high on the list, the more civilized a society is. She wasn't wholly infatuated, though she liked the way he looked, but so too did he, and that infatuated her a bit. Had she been asked if reading had enriched her life, she would have had to say yes, undoubtedly, though adding with equal certainty that it had at the same time drained her life of all purpose. To read is to withdraw, to make oneself unavailable. One would feel easier about it, said Sir Kevin, if the pursuit itself were less selfish. It is seldom at the frontier that discoveries are made, but more often in the dustbin.